Hello, everyone. Bonjour tout le monde. It is Tuesday, March 31st. Tuesday, March 31st at 1:30 in the afternoon. I was listening this morning to on CFRA and Professor Ian Lee from the Carleton University Sprott School of Business and Anthony Ferry, Sun News, joined Red Gibbons on CFRA. And again, I'm CFRA Nation, 1310, love you both. Mark Sufcook, Rob Snow, I love you all. I love you all, and I listen to you all. And that's what we need to do. We need to listen to educated information. Whatever you love, like CBC, whatever stations you love, please listen to informative information. And that's what I listen to 1310 and CFRA all the time for informative information. Further to that, on that show, when they were talking, with Professor Ian Lee and so forth, um, the topic was brilliant. The topic was brilliant, and I'm going to take that topic that they talked about on the show, and I'm going to organically talk about it from my perspective. Remember, two lanes: government of 27 years, business of 30 years, and I understand both trains of thought. Completely understand both trains of thought, which are separate and apart from each other. I love you both. Again, love you both. You're both beautiful souls, beautiful families, beautiful everything, but you think differently. You do process differently, apply differently. It's a completely different world, different mindset between business and government. And now we have those in government that are interminded. They understand both sides and both values and both structures and everything. And listening to the show today, when he talked about, and they were breaking it down very, when you look at it from a financial perspective, it's brilliant. And what they said was basically Canada, we already have a good system in Canada. We already have a good system in Canada. And when they started breaking down the system that we have, and I started listening to that, and I'm going like, we have the gold standard of systems in Canada, like the gold standards. If you're looking at the world globally, per capita, per everything, Canada has one of the most gold standard systems in Canada. And I go, and everything is already interconnected from all levels of government, your municipal, your provincial, your federal. But that anybody that has an employee in this country is already interconnected. We already have highways connected between each company and every government resource out there. And money is already moving through that system perfectly already. Yeah, kinks here and there. We don't want to get into that. We're going to stay. This is the optimist here. We already have a great system in place. Let's just reverse it. Instead of the money going forward, like I talked about on my show, my videos, when I talk about the money going up, everything goes up. Everything goes up and it gets redistributed, right? And that those lanes of highways, these perfect railway systems are already interconnected, and it's direct. Like this concierge service, you get concierge service directly from the government to the business. Like you're not taking a deviated flight or anything. No, it's direct concierge service. You're very connected with government to move the money properly, right? So that said, reverse it. And what they talked about is instead of creating all these other programs and all these other systems and the whole process, instead of having to address tens of millions and millions of people, you could address millions of companies instead. Reverse the process, money comes back, which a lot of these things are happening. A lot of these things are happening, and I know gentlemen like Ian Lee from the Carleton University Sprott School of Business. I know individuals like that when they speak out openly to government, I know they're listening. They're listening to understand. And it's important because we all have to work together. And there's people within government that think both ways. Trust me on that. We think differently. And they think both ways. We have one of the best oiled machine in the world. Canada, because of governance, I wholeheartedly believe in governance. Wholeheartedly believe in it. Government is a check on the system, hands down. Hands down, you have to have a check on the system for food, for medication, for construction, for everything. You have to have a check on the system. You have to have law enforcement. You have to have governance. You have to have rules and regulations. If not, we would not be called a democratic society if we did not have that in place. But there's also a way of doing it efficiently. And that's where it differs sometimes. But doing it efficiently, government needs to do it efficiently. And this is the time. This is a time to be efficient with our money, efficient as many means possible by using a system of governance that was created by government, right? With business, remember, everything is interconnected on the big meetings, on the big scale of things. It's all interconnected, and we do work jointly. But people that don't think that government and business work jointly, they do. They do. There's a lot of great committees out there. There's a lot of great, like interconnected between government and business, and this is where these ideas come from. So what I'm saying now, what he talked about this morning, apply that. Like apply that now. Reverse our system. Make everything that we have already in place the gold standard, the whale oil machine. Like let's start that puppy up. Let's start that puppy up, and let's get government running so efficiently with the whale oil machine that we have. In the words of Jean-Luc Picard and the stars, yeah, the starship, what USS Enterprise, like engage, like let's engage, and let's engage. Let's turn on this puppy and let's get it going. So again, great conversation this morning, gentlemen, ladies, talk show hosts, informed information like that. If we start applying it, could you imagine this as a country in 10 years from now? All right, it's a lot of work, but let's get it done. All right, thank you. Jean-Guy Bourguignon again, EFA3, which is